when we're measuring things. It's under our math GNOMe under measurements. Being able to solve problems involving perimeter. What does that mean? Perimeter. Harley.
The outside of something?
Right, we're going to measure the outside of an object. Today we're going to talk about measuring something different. We're going to talk about measuring objects. We're going to talk about measuring the inside of the object. Okay? We're going to be talking about tetrominoes. Okay? And it's called a tetromino because it's sort of like a domino. It says up here, we form dominoes by putting two squares together. Raise your hand if you've ever played dominoes. And there's only one shape you can make. You have two squares together this way, or this way, or this way. It only makes one shape. Doesn't matter how we turn or move the domino, there's still only one shape. Today you're going to be making shapes by putting four squares together. So you have 4 cubes on your desk, and you're going to be trying to figure out how many different ways you can make a shape using your 4 cubes. Okay, the rules are the cubes must be connected. Okay, so you have to connect them together with full sides touching and lie flat. So you can't have it like this. Okay, you have to have full sides touching, and it has to be able to lay flat on your table. Okay, so I'm going to give you about 3 minutes with your connecting cubes, and you can work with your table to find as many ways, as many shapes you can make with these 4 connecting cubes. Okay? So Lily, what are you going to do?
Make a shape out of them.
Make a shape out of them. What is one of the rules for making the shape? They have to be connected. What else? Dylan? They have to be flat. What was the other one?
They have to be connecting sides.
Yeah, they have to be connecting sides, so they have to touch somehow. Try to see how many different shapes you can make. Okay? Go ahead, 3 minutes. Work together with your table. It's done on the page.
Good job. I thought snake? I think
Good, that's what? That's what? That's what? You guys have 3 of them right there.
that's the way that this could be a round owl.
I hear it in heart shape.
Look at this one I did. Look at mine. I didn't make it. You click these walls. Go get it. How about like on the I need 5 first.
All right, 30 more seconds.
Look at
Well, if it doesn't lie flat, now it has to lie. If you turn it that way, this has to be out on the
Alright, so put those back together so they're straight. Put it on your table so you're not playing with it, and then aim your eyes up on the smart board. So everyone's ready. Dylan's ready. Daddy's ready. Alright, I need somebody to come up and show me what one of their tetromino shapes looks like. Okay, there's only a certain number of ones that work. Okay? Nick, come on up and show us, by moving those 4 squares around, one of the tetromino shapes. Where they have to be touching. The smart board doesn't have to be perfect, sometimes they don't. Go off the right. Push down harder on it. There you go. Any shape that follows the rules. Okay. Is Nick's flat? Does it touch on the full sides?
Yeah.
Does it have 4 squares?
Yeah.
Okay, so it says follow the rules.
Yeah.
Raise your hand if you had that shape. If you went with this one. Some of you may have had it turned the other way, so it looks like a Z. A lot of you were calling it that. Okay. How about another one? Tanner, give me another tetrahedral shape. Okay, it says follow the rules.
Yeah.
All right. So raise your hand if you had that one. It kind of looks like an upside down T. Some of you had it as a T.
Or a first place thing, like this thing.
Right. Yep. How about another one? Gianni? So far we have the one that looks like a Z. We have the one that looks like a T.
Or a pyramid.
Does that one look like the one that Tanner just did? Just kind of turned?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the same shape. Can you give me a different one? Can you think of another one that your group did? Push harder. Just push harder on it. There you go.
This hand with my fist.
There you go. Okay, how about the box or the one that looks like a square, big square? Did you have that one?
Yes.
Excellent. How about another one? Lily? We have the Z, T, the box. We have 3 so far. We have that one. One that looks like an L. Does that one follow all the rules?
Yes.
Like flat sides touching? Excellent. All right, so how about another one? Jonathan? You forgot? Jaden? Does that one have, can you connect those?
No. The top block and the middle block have to
Right, they have to be able to connect. with your
yeah,
two cubes.
they had to be on the 2 edges of we don't have square.
You already have that.
We already did have that one.
Can you think of another one, or is that the one that you had? Okay, all right, how about somebody else? Dylan, do you have another one?
Sorry.
Okay, good, the way I gave it to you, right? Straight up and down? Perfect. Does anybody have another one? Thanks, Dylan. Sam, do you have another one? Where your connecting cubes are flat on the table, not in your hands. That's the upside down flipped L. Any other shapes? Good, that's it. We can only make 5 tetrahedral shapes. Okay, and they look like these. Let's name the shapes so that we don't keep calling it that one or this one or the thingy. Let's give them them names so that when we're talking about the tetrominoes, we know exactly what shape we're talking about. Nick, how about this one here? You have a name for this one? What do we call it?
L?
The L. Does that work for everybody? Does that make sense?
Sideways L.
Yeah, we'll call it the L. That works. Make sure you're picking names that make sense to everybody. Dylan? This one?
Yeah.
What do you want to call it? The line.
I
Yeah.
knew it. I knew you were going to say that. Right up the box.
How about another one? Colby.
The middle one can be the O.
The O? Okay, that works.
It doesn't look like no. It is not right.
See who's sitting quietly that can name another shape for me. Ricky. You forgot. Jacoby.
The one that looks like a T is the T.
The T, that makes sense to me. And the last one.
I want to do it.
Matthew.
The zigzag.
The Z. I like it.
So, it's all letters.
Wait till everybody's done talking. We'll review our names and I'll tell you what you're going to do with the shapes. Active listening. I see Emily looking. Okay, so this is the L. And it can be called the L no matter how you have it put on your paper. Okay? The O, the T, the line, and the Z. Okay? And we're going to be using these shapes to do an activity. Okay? On page 18 in your perimeter and area packet, just put your 4 cubes towards the middle of the table so it's out of your way and not distracting you. And open it up to page 18, the 8 by 10 rectangle.
There's no 19. It's time 10.
All right, the directions. So you're going to be given 15 of one of the tetromino shapes. I'm going to put you in 5 groups because there's 5 different shapes. Okay? And you're going to be given a bucket with 15 of shapes. So this is 15 of the line. Okay? What you have to do on page 18, you are going to work with the tetrominoes to try to cover the whole 8 by 10 rectangle. You can't have any cubes hanging over or sticking out of the sides of the rectangle. Also, remember to keep them flat, no cubes sticking up in a second layer. Okay, so you can't have a 3D thing coming up. They all need to be flat on the paper. Okay? They cannot be hanging off, and you can't take your shapes apart. Okay, they're already put together for you. Your job is to see if your 15 tetrominoes will cover the 8 by 10 rectangle. Okay? Some of them will, some of them won't. You're going to have to figure it out. Okay? Just flip over your packet to the next page. We're going to make some predictions. Okay? Perfect to cover it. Let's list our 5 tetromino shapes together. We have the O. Do you think the O will be a perfect cover-up? Do you think you'll be able to cover the whole 8 by 10 shape without having any hanging over?
Yes.
Do you think yes? Okay, let's put yes. Why do you think it will be able to cover up the whole thing?
Because it's like square and it's equal to 80.
So you think it'll be equal to 80? That's a good strategy. How about the Z? Do you think the Z will be able to make a perfect cover-up?
No.
No and yes. Will you put down what you think? People are iffy on that one. No or yes? Do you think the Z will be a perfect cover-up? Put a yes. If not, put a no. How about the line? Do you think the line will be a perfect cover-up?
Yes.
Okay, whatever you